Welcome to Divine Bold Beginnings 93. What's up, DBB 93 squad? I want to say thank you to all our new subscribers for subscribing to the channel, as well as our returning subscribers for coming back. And thank you to everyone who just watched the video. So, without further ado, let's get into the Divine Feminine action. With this video, you guys, make sure you take what resonates and let what doesn't fly bye-bye. And also, to be a divine feminine, you do not have to be a female to embody the divine feminine energy. You can be a male. So let's get into this reading. So the first card we're going to go into is the Nine of Wands, which I find is very interesting in this energy because it's like you're going back and forth between being in your headspace. I feel like even though Wands is of energy, it's still giving off... Oh, I'm sorry. let me rephrase that. I said that all completely, totally wrong. 9 is of... The 9 is Wands of action, okay? Action is Wands. It gives me of Swords energy. There we go. Finally got it out, y'all. It's like you're in your head. You are creating situations where one moment you feel happy, and the next moment it's like you go back into those thoughts. The thoughts creep back in of, well, what if? What if, this is not what I desire? What if, this is really not going to happen, if this situation is really not going to take off? I feel like with this energy, it's of you needing to either stay busy or find an outlet that kind of takes your mind off of being in your head. Yes, you are working through it very steadily and fast, and I feel like you're not really realizing that you're coming out of this energy, because as soon as you go from the 9 of Wands, we're right here at the 10. So you're working through it. It's just you're wavering back and forth between the 9 and the 10. And it could have to do with this 2 of Cups here. A soulful connection. And it is not necessarily saying that, it won't happen. It's just saying that you could be in the dark about something. You could be dreaming and wishing and hoping that something takes off, and it hasn't quite come about just yet, or it hasn't taken off in the way that you thought it would take off. I do feel like it's you needing to honor the fact that this is destiny, and know that not everyone's going to understand your connection. For someone, I feel like you need to hear that. You could either... We go back into the reading that I just put up last week, where you feel as though others don't understand you in this connection. And that's kind of what this Knave of Wands is about here too. It's longing for something, but feel like you're going to be mocked if you talk about it, or if you speak of something, if you speak of what this truly is, or if you speak of what you truly desire. And not only is it that, but it's you needing to go within to use your intuition. Kind of take it out of making it feel like it's a burden for you, because that's what the 10 of Wands is here, to feel as though it's a burden, and use that into creative energy instead of taking it as something that drags you down. And I feel like when it comes to this situation, it's something that should be empowering you to move forward. And if you can't quite do that, you should be taking on something or finding something that gives you motivation to move forward. Because again, we go back into what Wands are, and it's about action. And I feel like for some of you, you could be kind of ignoring your intuition. I do it all the time sometimes. It's like, sometimes you're just like, I don't feel like it. And it's also part of allowing other people to help you. It's like, okay, sometimes it's like, don't rest. Allow your creative juices to flow. And that's why you keep going back into this 9 of Wands, then to the 10. So it's kind of like you're going up, and then you coming back. So it's kind of like you're falling back, and then you're going forward. You're falling back, and then you're going forward. Because one moment you have the energy boost to go forward, and then you're like, okay. And then when you get there, it's like you halt, you stop, you pause for some reason. And then you go back into thinking about either the past. And it could be, again, just like with divine masculine reading, where their ego takes over, and they're taming the ego at the moment. So it's for you, because we have the 5 of Pentacles here with the Strength card, trying to tame your ego, but also feeling that abandonment issue of being left out, not having someone there to either comfort you in that situation, but not realizing that you are here to comfort yourself as well. But I also feel like it's also you needing to kind of get out your own way at this moment. And with the Chariot being here is you not feeling as though you're stuck, because if you really actually pay attention, you're not really stuck. You're actually free. I'm going to go into those cards, but it just started to grab me. But yeah, definitely with the 9 of Wands going into the 10 of Wands, I feel like now is actually you coming to this completion that you no longer want to be in this 9 of Wands energy anymore, bouncing back and forth between, conflict with yourself, feeling as though you're stuck. And you're really not. And feeling as though you have in one moment and you don't. You want an equal and even balance. And that's why you're ready to lay down the fact that, and it's not to say this in a bad way, it's just to be honest with you. You're releasing the fact that if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Because once you release this energy, you're helping your counterpart fight their ego battle. I do feel like this is coming. It's things that are being worked on behind the scenes for both of you. And if you are in separation, that's part of that. See, they're reaching up for their cups. So it's like it's within reach. You see how close those cups are for them? It's within reach. It's just, it takes time, patience, divine timing. So, let's put those away and let's get into the rest of the reading, you guys. So I kind of touched bases on this one already, the Knave of Wands. But this is also understanding yourself and understanding that there are other people out here that are going through what you're going through. YouTube has a few things that can aid you in this process that you're going through. I do feel like a lot of things stem from childhood for a few of you. And it could be, again, back to this abandonment part. But it's an issue for you. You could feel like, in this world you always felt alone. And the fact that if you are in separation, someone who, every time something gets good, you feel like it leaves you. And I feel like either on your time feed, it could be YouTube, whatever it is on social media. If you're getting recommendations for that, that's the divine trying to help you get through this period. Not only is it that, is you needing to take time out for yourself. And along this path, you'll find teachers that will help you. And also, they're encouraging you with their power and their words to do better and be better and take that energy and use it. Not only is it that, it's friends as well. So that's definitely something that's coming about. We do have the Five of Pentacles here. And I feel like, again, this is like just self-conflict here. I don't feel as though most of the top row, it is about connections, but it's more about you. It's about your self-reflection on what's going on in your life. Because I do feel like, yeah, as this connection comes together, if you're dealing with the connection, this will benefit you as the connection comes together. But I do feel like to separate the two, you benefit more as you work on yourself. Because even in a connection, you benefit more with loving yourself first and then going into a connection. But with the Five of Pentacles being here, this is like a self-assessment at the moment. It's you realizing, you know, that you need quality time to yourself. And for some of you, you're like, okay, I'm having all this quality time and I'm enjoying myself, you know, because everyone's situation is different. So please take what resonates. But it's like, you're really enjoying yourself. So you're trying to think like, okay, what if this situation come about? What if it comes to? And you're kind of nervous. Like, I'm enjoying myself to the fact that, like, what if this come together and I'm not ready to give up my freedom? Ooh, right? But it's teaching you, like, you're still going to have freedom in this connection. It's teaching you to honor yourself, honor your boundaries, and learning your boundaries and standing firm in what you believe in. Not only is it that, but it's going about it the right way. And not only is it that, but it's having peace, you know, within yourself. And if you feel like it's some wrongs that you didn't done to yourself or allow people to do to you, it's making amends within that. I feel like when it comes to the situation, someone wants to come in and help you, but they don't know how. Either they see you hurting or they see a situation that they can help you with, and it's kind of like the ice need to be broken or somehow. Or it could be a situation where you guys had a conversation and they want to help you out, but they don't know how to bring that up. I'm going to just move this over, you guys. Okay. So we go to the Strength card. And this is speaking of releasing chains that you feel like been on you. Could be for decades, for years. It could be past life chains, okay? I do feel like when it comes to these chains, it's you getting your power back. It's you not repeating patterns that you've, you know, could have done over years and years and years, past lives. It's you facing your shadow side. It's you confronting your demons. It's you allowing yourself to know that you are powerful and that you have no reason to back down from, you know, standing firm in what you believe in. And again, it takes me back to the first card, the Knave of Wands. And it's like, if you believe in this connection as much as what's going on, then it's standing firm in what you believe in. Some people may not understand why things are happening the way they're happening, but deep down in your heart, you believe in this. You believe in what's going on. And that's saying standing firm and true in what you believe in. I feel like when it comes to this situation, you have the infinity sign because you know this is destiny. You know that you are destined to be great. You know something about you is different. But you know when you come together in this situation that it makes you feel whole. It makes you feel like you're floating in thin air. It makes you feel unimaginable. Now, the other half of what I'm feeling when it comes to the situation is basically like the other side of this card, okay? And the Divine Masculine got the other side of this card. So if you check out their reading, you'll see that you help tame the beast. And that's why you're getting this side of the card, okay? Because for them, it was the beast in them is angry. Why? Because it was a side of them that didn't want to die. So now it's time to tame your beast. I feel like when it comes to this situation, as much as you are loving and kind, it's like you need to show that same compassion to yourself. You can be loving and kind to everyone else, but the question is, do you reciprocate that to yourself? Do you love upon yourself as much as you love upon everyone else? That's the question. Because once you face your shadow side, once you look at everything that you do, even when it comes to how you treat yourself, I feel like that's what it all boils down to. Are you taming your own beast? Are you in your own garden? Or are you in someone else's garden? Because sometimes we tend to help other people in their garden, but we don't necessarily look at all the weeds in our garden. And it's not to say like, you know, that's bad. Sometimes it's, because sometimes what? You're a parent. You're a sister. You're a mother. Well, same thing as a parent, but, sometimes you're a daughter, your brother, your uncle, your niece. Different lives, different situations. But you're always helping someone else. What happened to helping yourself? What happened to looking at what triggers you and being victorious in your situation, in your life? What happened to allowing other people to take on their own life? That's a question, right? That's a true question. Because if you weren't there, what would they do? They would have to do it on their own anyway, right? If you back away from someone that you've been taking care of, that you've been bailing them out each time that they needed you, what would happen to their life? Eventually they'll get up and start to walk. If you take your eye off of a child that only crawls, eventually what they're going to do, they're going to learn how to walk. It's okay to take your eye off of someone and allow them to do something. In certain situations, because I know some people's situations, they need help every day. But I'm just saying, it's okay to allow someone to make mistakes so you can focus on yourself. Especially if that situation doesn't serve you. If someone's just taking and taking and taking and it's not even give and take, because I feel like for some of you, you eventually completely stepped away to allow someone else to get themselves together. Even though this person could have stepped away from you, but now you completely surrender. Even though, again, we go back to the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands, you're in your head about it, but it's still, the situation didn't serve you. Or where it was left off, it didn't serve you because, why? It gave you that anxiety. It gave you those moments of, I don't know where is this going. I don't know where I'm going to be at with this the next day. A year from now. But I know that at the end, I want victory out of it. So what did Divine do? Continuously bring down the Tower moment. Continuously show you what the situation is. Right? So what do you have to do? You have to surrender to it. You have to work on you. Because ultimately, when you work on yourself, it trickles over into the person you're thinking of. So if you look at the Divine Masculine reading, by you stepping away, by you surrendering to this, it made them look at the full picture. It made them not have that cushion to continuously fall on. That cushiony pillow that they thought they continuously fall back on. And at the end of the day, you continuously felt like that knight that continuously had those scars. You had to continuously lick those wounds while they were over there still doing what they were doing. Whether it was a karmic situation, however you want to look at it, however your situation pans out to be, however it was. And then what you do, you kept continuously allowing it to come back in. For some situations, you had to let it go completely. For other situations, this person will come back to you in a better frame. A whole completely changed person. Because you walked away. And then when you walked away, what? You found new love. Someone that's at a different vibration. This person that's come back in, a different vibration. If it's the same person, they're a different vibration because what? You gave them their space to look at how they were treating you, to look at what they were doing. You fixed yourself. Now you have victory. You have this recognition. You've earned it. And it's not egotistical to take a bow. Okay? No. This is a job well done. And if you haven't made it to this stage yet, this is just giving you that encouragement that you will be coming up to this, okay? And as long as you apply yourself, you'll get the 6 of Wands, okay? Now, I feel like when we come into this King of Swords, this could be either you or the person that you're thinking of, okay? Because not only, like I said, not only are we talking about them, but this is about you too. So this could be either you or them. This is someone that has wisdom and strength, okay? Again, this is you. Because you know how to interchange through Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine within yourself. But this is, now if we're going to pick up on someone that you're dealing with, someone that's loyal, okay? When it comes to this person, trust is a big thing for them, okay? They're very self-disciplined. They don't quite move fast. They're very logical. Over time, they've mastered their temper. This could definitely be you. Over time, you could have been so quick at moving fast. Quick at moving fast. Did I say that? Yeah, I said that. However you take that. But you could have been so hot and trotting. Let's say that. You could have been so ready to move on the next thing smoking. Because you just felt it. You didn't see the person for who they were. You seen their soul. But now you're wiser. Now you see what's really going on. You have this self-discipline. You think before you act. Now you see that you're not chained. You're free. And if you don't feel this freedom, look at your circumstances. Look at the situation. You're free. So now we go into the next part, okay? Where this is a little different, okay? This is basically like the Knight of Wands. I feel like this energy right here, instead of jumping the gun when it comes to a situation, sit back and relax, okay? And when I say that, I mean that the best way possible. Something may get you out of your hookup. Something may take you to the point where you like, what? The King of Wands is the type of person who share information that you may not even want to hear. But to the King of Wands, it's, again, you have the King of Wands with the Chariot, so things are moving forward. The King of Wands is someone that comes in and share information that you may not want to hear, but they have to ultimately get it out. Okay, so if you've been waiting on communication, that's the communication. You may not want to hear it, and you remember, you got this wisdom to, okay, to cut, to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, okay? And this is you here. You may want to hold your tongue a little bit, because I feel like whatever the communication may be, it may not be exactly what you want to hear, but remember, it's taking this person a lot of time to come forward with it. It may not be as bad off as it seems, but I do feel like your past may integrate into it, and it may make you want to lash out. It make you want to lash back. Hold your tongue. Think over what you want to say before you say it, because some of these words may be hurtful that you're going to try to say. Try to go at it differently. Try to reframe your mind. Try to think of it differently. Try to change the way you do things, because ultimately, if you change it, it goes for the Two of Wands. Okay? And the Two of Wands is giving you the whole world with this new envision of how things are going to go. Now, with me saying that, it's going into a new beginning, okay? So, with their communication coming in, this is you saying, okay, let me allow either this person to speak without me trying to cut them off, or just be sharp at the tongue. Okay, let's just say that. Let me allow them to speak. Let me allow them to get their point across. Because ultimately, the Nine of Cups, I made a wish. And I want to see where it goes, or however you take it. Because just because you see something in a certain way, I feel like this person doesn't quite see it the way you see it. And you have to be open to that, if this is what you truly desire and what you truly want. Some of you may be aware of a situation and not the whole situation, and that could be what's going to come out. Because the Two of Wands is right by this Five of Pentacles, someone that was left in the cold. It really could have been a decision. Somebody could be moving, but it could have been a decision that was between you and something else. And ultimately, you are the world. But now it's time to take action towards you. And the decision... Somebody... Okay, to be honest with you, somebody chose themselves over you. There we go. I didn't want to put it there like that, but they did. They chose themselves over you. It doesn't necessarily mean it was a third-party situation. They just chose themselves over you. That's what it was. Two of Wands, you or themselves. Again, they still made plans for you to be a part of it, but they chose themselves over you. It was kind of like this person never chose themselves before, and they needed to see how it felt to choose themselves. To be selfish for once. Something you said could have helped them make that decision. And ultimately, you didn't even realize that you helped them make that decision. But it was a good decision because it made them go through these changes. So when they come back forward towards you, everything you want and wish for is going to be even better than you can even imagine. Knight of Wands. Communication that brings about action. Now, we are talking about the divine feminine action, right? So it's action that you manifested to come towards you, okay? Now, I feel like when it comes towards this situation, someone could be rushing towards you very fast. Someone, now, the way this is set up, if you look at it the way I'm looking at it, whoever is on this horse, they're rushing towards their wish fulfillment. Excuse me, I'm trying to talk too fast. They're rushing towards their dreams, their wish to make an offer. So that's why I say with the communication, be open. Be open to it. Because someone has an offer here. And who does they have to offer to? The Empress. Yeah. See that? That's the Empress. That's the Empress. Okay, honey. But the reason I say that is because this person wants this reconciliation. 6 of freaking cups. Okay? This person wants this desired outcome. And see, the horse is still, look at that. Oh, look at that. The horse is still going towards the cups. Emotional fulfillment. But don't be fooled. The Empress still has the bird above, which is her wisdom. Okay? And I feel like the skull that's in the water is death to the past. The flowers that's upon her throne is this new beginning. The bird that's sitting on her throne, again, the new beginning. The tree of life. You see that? The sky, the blue sky. Okay? So you're looking towards this new beginning. That's the energy you need to be in when you're ready to receive this. Because somebody coming in as the King of Wands. I've seen the King of Wands twice, but it didn't drop out yet. They're coming in as the King of Wands. Making a bold statement here, okay? And it's so funny because in their reading, they came up as the Emperor. Yeah. Oh my goodness. They've been working hard. 8 of Pentacles. Working hard to make this foundation. Working hard to make a legacy. Not only is it them, but it's you too. Figure out what your divine purpose is. Figure out your light. The light is you. You are the light. But figure out how you can make your light shine bigger and brighter. And how to help other people. Three of Pentacles. I believe they got this card too. Working and building together. And look what it caps off right here. The Ace of Pentacles with the Empress. Okay. Look at that. Because that's the divine. If you look at it this way, that's the divine coming in with 1. The Empress has her 1. And then the Knight will have his 1. Because that will be, if you bring out the Knight of Pentacles, it will be the slowest moving Knight in the deck. So it would be the Three of Pentacles working together, building this up, okay? Building this balance. We do have Temperance here. Patience. It's coming. Take yourself out of that victim mentality. Look at the past. Look at what happened. Make amends with it. And move forward. We had the eclipse. I believe it's today. The 16th, if I'm not mistaken. The new moon or something like that. I'm not too versed in astrology. If you guys know about it, leave it in the comments. But, yeah. Looking at everything that's been done. And it's not just about in this connection. It's everything, okay? It's looking at it and saying, gee, look at all this I've been through. I've really, I've made it. And knowing that is victory. It's victory here. Using your intuition. Oh my good. Look, the 9 of Wands is back. But the 9 of Wands is back in a different way. Okay? Because this is technically the way that we received it in the beginning of the reading. For you. This is the way it came out. Someone's coming home. They're coming home. For you as well too. So it's coming back home to where you're supposed to be. Not only is it that, it's like basically after war. Coming in and saying, you're ready to clean up after war. Again, I know I go back to lick your wounds, yeah. However, but it's ready to recover. Ready to, lay down those burdens. Because the next thing will be the 10 of Wands. And it's, let's start over. It's not saying let's forget where we came from. It's saying let's have this fresh start and let's remember the memories that we have. But let's remember where we came from and let's build upon that. They got this card in their reading too, you guys. Look at that. The 4 of Wands. Okay. The 10 of Cups, they received this too. Stability, foundation. Is building this firm, strong foundation. The 10 of Cups, wish fulfillment. I'm telling you guys. They received this one too. Oh my goodness. You guys won't even believe me when I say this. The 2 of Cups is here. And you see that Ace of Cups is in the middle in the back. I'm telling you. Hold on. We got two more. Guess who showed up? The Emperor. I told you he coming home. He coming home, y'all. He coming home. Wait, one more. 4 of Pentacles. So this has never left the Emperor's mind. Ever. Yeah, you see the maze. Yeah, it took time to get here. Yes. But it was always something that was on the Emperor's mind to come back. As well as the Divine Feminine. Destined to be. Okay. Got the Oracle deck here. I just, oh, looking at these two, it's like, the wisdom from this journey for the divine feminine and divine masculine is amazing. Holding on to this connection, never letting go. Even though, you know, karmic situations came in between, it was still knowing that at the end of the day, this is where you both wanted to be. Knowing that you had this connection. Even the child energy within you grew strong together. It was like, oh, I don't even know how to even put it into words. It was like your souls sing to each other at night, during the day, no matter what. The souls sing. Okay, let's get an oracle, you guys. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, please, if you enjoyed this reading. If your bell notifications are not turned on, please turn your bell notifications on. And if you haven't given this video a thumbs up and you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give your video that, whoa. I looked at the card and I threw myself off, so I apologize for that. But if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, please, you guys. Joy is the ultimate creator. You better say that, because it just threw my whole little words off. I honor how I want to feel. I am the dreamer of my dream. So I will see you guys in the next readings. Stay tuned, because the you versus them reading will be up next. Bye.